My unmatched perspicacity, coupled with sheer indefatigability, makes me a formidable in any realm of endeavor. I will become the most powerful man on the planet. Wheel, paid extra. Seat belts being colored, paid extra. I paid extra for the engine cover to be painted red, match my theme of copper red, carbon. Paid extra for the external carbon tack, internal carbon tack. I paid extra for the sunroof. All in all, we're looking at around 5.1, 5.2. Without discipline, you can't even discover anything. Discipline teaches you all about yourself. It teaches you what you really have. There's a whole bunch of people out there that might be the best pianists in the world, but they've never had the discipline to learn piano. So nobody knows. And that's how life works. So discipline's extremely important if you ever want to become anybody or be anything. My father was a chess practicer, right? I used to travel around America with him. And back then, there was a lot of former KGB guys who played chess in these massive tournaments. And when they spoke, they were very subversive. If they were sitting there and an argument got kind of heated, they'd begin to move their hands a lot. Listen to me, listen, and they move their hands, because then you can't see. They start to move their hands, and you get used to it, and then whack. Trigger dong, say what I want. SEC, come from me. I'm in Romania. There ain't no SEC in Romania. We're fucking scammers. We're out here doing what we want. I'm gonna pump a coin up, make 10M, peel it off for me and my boys. HU only to the top. I was once 26 and a half, and me and my brother bought, and at the time that we bought this car for £80,000, our total bank balance was around £80,000. Look, Andrew, crack the code, we're going to make more money, but we've got £80,000. Do we really spend £80,000 on a car? We both came to the same conclusion. If it all went wrong, if we lost everything driving around in an Aston Martin, we're at 25 and 26, we had supercar money, and we legitimately purchased ourselves an Aston, and that's cool. It's fucking life advice. If you can buy a supercar, fucking buy one, because you only get one spin around this planet. There's no point waiting until you're 76 years old, and you could barely climb in and out of your Lamborghini. There are those days your brain feels like it's fog, you're not thinking clearly, you're not sharp, you know? I used to have really bad brain fog, and I know this because I play chess, and some days I just wouldn't fucking see. I'd lose games, you just lose all day. I was trying to focus, but I just couldn't see clearly. I just couldn't see things. So that's all carbohydrates. When you remove carbohydrates, all of that goes away. The less carbs you eat, the better. Watch a Steven Seagal movie, you will see no matter what problem or what situation he's in, he has one answer. Aikido. He could be on a boat, under siege, surrounded by terrorists, out of bullets. What does he do? He could be on an oil rig, which is on fire, hunted by the ex-Navy SEALs. What does he do? Aikido. It's the answer!
He could be on a train, traveling through dark territory, with a cyber terrorist hijacking space satellites on board the train, trying to destroy Washington, D.C. How does he fix it?
Aikido. But he can be recovering from a coma after they killed his wife, unable to walk and move, resting in bed, finally gets his muscles working again. He decides he has to attack the enemies and teach them all a lesson. What does he use to hurt someone?
Aikido.
It's the answer.
He could be transferred to a new police department and given a black unorthodox partner while chasing a serial killer who is secretly killing people for political gain but also kills his wife. How does he fix the problem?
Aikido. His head's all bleeding,
And the guy behind the counter had just told the police the story of how he fought 4 men on his own. There was also a whole bunch of blood on the floor from the guy's face because my dad took a chunk out of his face with his teeth. And the police officer goes, so what's your job? He's like, a chess player. He goes, a chess player? You just fought 4 guys, maybe you should have been something else. My dad's reply was, my unmatched perspicacity coupled with sheer indefatigability makes me a feared opponent in any realm of human life. The police officer stood there with his pad and just asked the next question. No fun. Fact, he didn't know. You know what it is? I've never been popular. Even when I was in school, I was always hated. But not in a bullied way. No one picked on me. I was disliked.
Okay.
Like, oh, okay, like, Tate, don't be friends with him. Don't tell him you don't want to be his friend. He's that guy. I had my brother. Me and him were still like that. But I was pretty much a lone wolf, and that's because I always said what I thought. I'm at a hotel and it's a buffet. I'll finish the buffet and I'll go up to the chef and say, that was amazing, very good. Who's ever complimented a buffet chef? Nobody. They stand there all day, cooking all day, making very average food. And I'll eat his average ass food and go tell him good job. And his face will light up like you would not believe.
So he calls me and said, something amazing's happened. I won some money in the casino. I'm like, really? How much? He said, 5,000 euros. I'm like, fucking good. We need to pay the rent. We got these payments to make on the car insurance. We need the money. Good. Take that 5,000 euro. Don't go back to the casino. He comes home. I said, where's the cash? He goes, I don't have any cash. I bought this watch. He'd spent it all on this fucking watch. I was pissed. We need to pay the rent. We need to pay this. And you said to me, don't worry, we'll make more money. It's about 6 years ago now. And we had indeed made more money. And we were walking through Westfield Shopping Center and you bought your Hublot watch. And you said, I like that watch. I said, okay, go get the watch. And then you take this one off and you give it to me and you said, Tristan, do you remember when I said we'd make more money? And I was like, you motherfucker, we did.
I was right.
I'll walk down the street and I'll see a construction worker here in Dubai who's working for $300 a month, and I'll just hand him a couple thousand dirhams at random. I like walking into the Starbucks and just paying for everyone's drink, just putting down $500 to say everyone gets coffee. I like rescuing the dogs in Romania. I have a charity that rescues dogs in Romania. I like doing things that make me feel good inside because I know it pleases God.
When did you start getting good at debating people?
I'm not entirely sure, but I do certainly watch all of my podcasts back. I think if you're going to be speaking for a living, you should be doing it. It actually amazes me how many people do podcasts and are still sitting around going, like, that's your fucking job, bro.
Yeah.
Imagine being a fighter and just messing it up and getting hit with every jab. Like a dummy. If that's your job, but then practice. If you were to email me saying, in capitals, I have money for you, done, I'd be like, what money? Like, you know, like, who the fuck are you? You have to understand, if you're gonna approach someone who doesn't know you gotta get your message concise as a motherfucker. It's gotta intrigue them enough to reply. And you gotta offer them value. And you can do that in a line. I get this all the time. I get inboxes. Hey, Tate, I wanna learn this, I wanna learn that, I'll do anything to learn, da da da. And I'm like, okay, and I'm looking at it going, okay, I teach you X, Y, Z. What the fuck do I do?
You can fuck endless girls. There's always a new one to fuck. You can make endless money. There's always new money to make. Hedonism is a black hole. If you're going to live that way, you're never going to feel satisfied. You have to genuinely be perspicacious enough to look around you and work out what you think the world needs, and then try your very best to fulfill God's will to make the world a better place.
Just a